Next up, we have color 4, which is need, and they are able to do what is necessary to feel good, and they're driven by necessity, acting to meet essential requirements. They act from necessity and not from fear. And then on the flip, you have the transference distraction of fear, which is color 1, because 1 and 4 have the relationship. And they fear not being able to survive, acting instead from paranoia or scarcity, rather than focusing on what they truly need and what they need for themselves and to be of benefit for others.
Exactly. Now, need is this one spot in all of the body graph where, we have these harmonies and resonances are sort of written in stone, except for here. For some reason, the fourth line, which is always called the glue of society because it's always externalizing the local news and keeping everyone glued into the movement of humanity, this transfers to every other color. It does not only transfer to fear. The need, I don't have enough innocence, I need more. The need, I need more desire, I don't need less. Need, I got to stop trying to fix everything. I need to just hope more, or I got to stop hoping and I need to fix. I haven't fixed it, so now I'm transferring heavily to my first line fear. And so this one will transfer through all of them where the other ones don't really. They just don't. This one hits them all. But number 1 is still the primary transference because 1 and 4 are harmony to each other. So when need is your thing, I think these peeps are great, by the way, when they're in their proper way, because they do observe what's needed. I hate running out of toothpaste, you know. Well, they see what's needed. The guilt may go out and buy it, but the need is part of the aspect that everything that's needed, all of it, including the goodwill, including the harmony with the people, its creative path, partly harmony, aloneness, needing togetherness, needing all of the various things. I need romance. I need food, obviously, shelter. Do we or do we not have all the needs? This is transcendent need. I need God to remember always that I love him. Beautiful. That's in my sixth line innocence. Fourth line gave myself what I needed. I'm just saying it transfers to all of them. It's there to see it all. And it's the one spot in the body graph where the harmony is not stuck on only one. It's just predominantly the first color, fear. So when you do transfer strictly into fear, is when you'll notice it the most, that it's taking away from your nature, because just like it says, suddenly you're afraid you don't have what you need. Where before, when you weren't there, you were just looking at the stuff you need and making all the right, choices over, well, if I don't have that, at least I can get by with this, until you start being afraid. And now it's never enough. As soon as you get into fear, there becomes a problem with not enoughness across the board, all over the place, and suddenly trying to acquire. And now, if you're not a manifester, you're definitely outside of your strategy and authority because you're trying to manifest something. If you're a manifester and that's happening, you're manifesting poorly and angrily, and it's not quite working. And there's all kinds of other things. Resistance field is high, no good if you're a manifester. So this is a maniacal switch, because when you go into that fear, it takes what you need and amplifies it into something that is not only unmanageable, but might seem hopeless. We don't want that for our need people. We want our need people doing their occasional transfers to every last thing, and then, externalizing what do we need. When we get the need, I'll tell you what, I need the next piano lesson because I'm trying to get through this piece of music. That's it. Not, I'm afraid I'm not going to get it. I'm afraid I won't get through the music. That's just what I need. We'll find out if I get through it and I'm able to learn it or not. And we'll get through it in a very personal way when you throw up these the arrows.
For the fourth color motivation of need, the left arrow is master. It's about mastering skills to meet needs. They evolve from novice to master to deepen their expertise. And then on the right side, it's the trajectory of the novice. And that's about exploring needs with curiosity and not perfection. And it's about learning something new.
And it's the whole pursuit of learning. Master novice, teacher student, all of these things. If we just look at keynoting of the role gates, confidant or not, fits in here. The student will do all kinds of things for their teacher because they love them, because only the right teacher can teach a student, or else the student stops trying to learn from that teacher because they weren't right for each other. They will follow that guy off the cliff, potentially, because the teacher will assure them, don't you worry, don't you worry. And there's trust, and the novice loves its teacher, and the teacher loves, there's love there. There's like an actual relationship. And why wouldn't there be? Fourth line friendliness, fourth line abdicating to give in to the other. What a beautiful gift. Honey, I abdicate to you. Oh, honey, I abdicate back too. We just gave in to each other. I mean, it sounds like a recipe for a long marriage. This master novice is intense. They swap with each other, and the master is always seeking to have the novice exceed them, and the novice is always seeking to have the right master. So if you have a right facing arrow and this motivation, you start out mastering things. And this is a difficult position because you really can't. You can't master until you novice first, but you can lead before you follow. You sure can. You can theist or anti-theist, doesn't matter. But novice to master without novice first. So it's a difficult position in a right-facing arrow. In a left-facing arrow, it makes perfect sense because you start out across what the other arrow side is. So if you have a left-facing arrow here, you would start where the right is as the novice, explores the needs and the curiosities until they bump into the right teacher, the right master who will give them everything. And for that, they will have love for each other. And there will be something there that is a bond that the leader can never have from its followers the same way. So friendship, friendliness, affection, all those things that give payment to the other show up here. I like it.
Great.
I approve. It's an
All right.
impossible position if you're a right arrow. It's an impossible position. No wonder you transfer to everything else to figure out how to do that. Certain things you will just master from the get-go, and you will find mastery in, or you won't seek a teacher, and you'll move through your novice phase all on your own, quickly, or you'll skip from teacher to teacher to teacher just because you're trying to get there faster, or your way has you there first. So that I would love to hear from people on that and have a discussion about just that.